Alright guys, so today I want to bring you the news again from Europe. Especially today I want to start with Austria again, and our politicians, they are doing a worse job than ever before. So according to a couple of newspaper articles, we now have 2 billion more of deficit. The budget deficit will be far more dramatic than predicted. Especially Vienna, the city of Vienna, is plunging into the deep red. And also the Economic Research Institute in Austria has calculated that there will be more unemployment, which will result in a higher cost of 220 million euros. So yeah, crazy times to live in. It's really hard to make a living in Austria right now, especially if politicians create so much more debts. Yeah, and while our government is driving our country against the wall, at the same time they are increasing fees and taxes. So for example, here you can see that we have this green e-card, which is basically our card that we use for health insurance. And just for the possession of this card, you have to pay a fee yearly. And here they're saying instead of 1380 euros, this will now cost 25 euros. It doesn't sound much, but if you are adding and increasing fees everywhere, all together, it will be a lot by the end of the year. For a lot of people, money is too tight. In this article, there's a report about a Viennese man turning off his natural gas heating. Instead, he is now heating the apartment with a wood stove. So this is the situation for a lot of families in Austria, in Vienna. This is not a third world country, no, it's Austria. It should be one of the wealthiest countries in the world. The thing is that on my channel, actually, I am shadow banned. So when I post a video, people don't get notifications, or they get the notification like 7 days later after I posted the video. Some people have reported that they have gotten unsubscribed from my channel. And because of this, I need sponsors. And one of my sponsors is the company Odenwolf. And the company Odenwolf produces really awesome knives. I will link all of their products into the description below. And if you use my discount code Lilly10, you will get a 10% discount. And in this case, today I wanted to show you this sharpening tool, which is something that they call Blade Professor. It's a really awesome sharpening tool. So here you have a carbide sharpener at this side, a ceramic sharpener, and a ceramic rod on top here, which has this groove. And with this groove, you can actually resharpen fishing hooks. Then here you have a button at the side, and you can open up the diamond rod, which also comes with a groove to sharpen smaller tools like fishing hooks. And then on this side you can take out another small sharpening rod, and you have a small whistle in the handle of the rod. Wow, that's pretty loud, oh my god. And also here in the middle you have a bit holder, Phillips head screwdriver, and this one you can just insert into the front here, because there's a bit holder in the front here as well. And then you can use this as a small screwdriver. So all in all, a really cool sharpening tool, which has also more features than just sharpening your blade. And it comes with a really nice belt clip. So really awesome tool. If you're interested in that, I will put the link to Odenwolf into the description below. And don't forget to use my discount code Lilly10 to give you 10% off of this really awesome product. Then next we have a declining healthcare service. A lot of people have to spend a fortune on surgeries, although they have health insurance. And we also have a whole lot of misdiagnoses in the hospital system. So here, for example, a man went to hospital with a severe bellyache, but they just sent him away and told him, oh, it's just gastritis. And then 3 days later he had a breakthrough of his appendix and needed a emergency surgery. So it's really crazy that doctors cannot even tell if a patient has a problem with the appendix. Inflammation of the appendix could have been solved very easily with a quick surgery, but yeah, 3 days later it threatened the life of the patient, and then he needed surgery and was a burden on the hospital system. So really great job. Here we got another situation because of missing nurses, hundreds of nurses. 250 beds are currently out of service in one of the largest hospitals in Austria. So the beds, very expensive beds, they are there, but they don't have the personnel to run the hospital. Here there's another very concerning case about a forest worker, a farmer. He had an accident in the forest, and with the accident his bone was exposed of the left hand, I believe. The left forearm was exposed. So the bone was showing. And then after this serious accident and injury, he had to wait 5 agonizing hours for surgery. Can you believe it? Also, here we have another case of a misdiagnosis from the hospital. I have to say this is a case which is a little bit harder to diagnose, especially because it's not that common. So a young woman had a bacterial infection, but it went undetected. She went to the hospital, said that she was in pain, but unfortunately the doctors didn't see what she really had. So because of this killer germ that she had, which could have been solved with simple antibiotics, she now has lost her leg, so they had to amputate her leg, and now she is a young woman with only one leg. She even was 2 weeks in deep sleep and 2 months in the hospital, and she's also the mother of a 1-year-old boy. Now she has taken up a lawyer and now is suing, of course, the hospital because she was losing the leg because of a misdiagnosis. So yeah, very unfortunate case, and that's happening in Austria, which is a little bit unsettling, right? We had the best healthcare in the world, and now it seems to be we have less of a good healthcare. Some people are thinking about leaving Austria for the winter time, closing everything down, shutting off the heating, and go and live in Thailand for a couple of months instead. So that might be actually cheaper than staying in Austria. Yeah, inflation is at 4% again, which is the main driver of all of the price increases. Now I want to show you a couple of articles from Germany. So here they have the same problem with the hospital system and also with the doctors. A new chain reaction in migration, and Germany is at the center. Medical professionals. In wealthy countries, the demand for medical professionals is rising rapidly. The migration of doctors and nurses is now triggering global cascades. So more and more doctors are migrating to richer countries, Germany, Austria, and other European countries in the West, which is causing that we now have the doctors of, for example, Hungary or Greece or other Eastern European countries, and now those doctors are actually missing in those countries. Here, there's another article in Germany, very concerning. Economic slump, 200 closed plants, 40,000 jobs at risk, the alarming state of the chemical industry. So more and more chemical companies are moving away from Germany because the cost of running a company there is too high because of the high natural gas price and the high electricity price and the high taxes on work. Also very interesting how many minors live on social welfare in Germany. It's quite a high number. Around a quarter of all children under 18 in Germany grow up in households that are fully or partially financed by transfer payments such as basic income support. 25%, guys. How can this work? A social welfare system cannot work if more and more people are taking money out of the system. It does not work. Okay? More people need to pay into the system to be able to carry the ill and vulnerable and weak people. But if somebody is healthy and they just are on social benefits without any reason, then of course we will make more and more debts. It's pretty clear, right? Also, premiums in Germany, private premium insurance for healthcare is rising as well. Privately insured individuals have reason to fear the future. Millions of people with private health insurance are receiving bad news these days. Premiums are being drastically increased again. What used to happen occasionally now is happening every year. Germany has the second highest tax and contribution burden in the world. For a growing number of people, this is becoming a reason to leave the country. So a lot of Germans are now leaving Germany because they say they don't want to finance the world anymore. Also, there was the World Climate Conference, the COP30, and here they are reporting that Germany's go-it-alone approach is tantamount to economic suicide, setting an example to the point of self-abandonment. Germany clings to climate goals that the world has long since abandoned, with severe consequences for the economy. So this is the downfall of Europe, guys, and Germany is extremely important for many other countries, because if Germany is doing worse every year, then also other companies like Austria and other neighboring countries are doing worse as well. Alright guys, so this is it for today. I really want to thank you for watching, and as a reminder, don't forget to check out this really awesome knife sharpening tool, which is called the Blade Professor. I think it's a really awesome tool. Maybe I'm just gonna leave it here in the car. That's actually perfect for the car, as a backup for the car, because it's compact, it's small, and you can easily stash it in the car. So it's perfect for underneath here. Yeah, that's where I'm going to put it. And now I can always keep my knives sharp, even when I'm traveling. Thank you for watching, guys, and stay tuned till next time.